What, were you gonna start? Because I
What?
was gonna
No.
start.
No, you start.
I should start?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry.
Well, welcome to another creator takeover. I was gonna hand the reins over to Nicole, but she didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm stuck hosting, and you guys are gonna have to watch her do art. So I hope you're okay with that. I am, actually. I
Me
think,
too.
yeah, since you already prepped for the art portion, I feel that we should let you go ahead and do the art stuff.
I hope so.
But for the time being, let's talk a little bit about you. So you work with me at the entertainment studio, which is quite a joy. I love all the surprises that it is working with you and Chanel, who was on a past show, and Janelle. We kind of all work together. We're like the dream team, you know? There's some more people who will be eventually, hopefully, on the show, but right now, Nicole is the star. I'm gonna have her one more time pronounce her last name.
All right. It's Jarquin.
Hi, Queen.
Jarquin.
Oh God, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
I've never heard Hi Queen though. That's a fun one.
My tongue didn't roll at the right point of the part it was supposed to. I've got that lazy American like mouth that just doesn't.
It's okay. I'll take Hi Queen.
Miss Hi Queen, thank you for being on my show.
You're welcome.
So you have two webcomics. One of them I read immediately and loved it. And that was, oh, I'm sort of forgetting.
You mean memory like a...
Like a... So that's on tapas.io /your name, which you can see at the bottom corner. That's how you spell it, all one word. And that's a really great style. And it also kind of resembles kind of what is going on sometimes at work, right?
Oh, definitely. A lot of the strips are either my experience or a friend's experience or just something I see or remember.
So why am I not in it?
I started it before I met you.
Okay, so you're gonna write me in now, right?
Oh, sure.
So I'll know the girl with the big hair will be me.
Yes.
So you also have one more webcomic that you work on, which you started even before. You're on around 400 now of that one.
I started that one in college, and it was a stress reliever at first, and now it's a stress inducer.
How so?
So let's see, in college, I would always do it before in the mornings or at really late at night between homework. And then now working, I have to do it before work because after work, I have homework.
You still have homework?
I do. I go to school at night.
Oh my goodness. You're a mystery woman.
I am. So 2 webcomics, full-time, and school.
So how often do you release your webcomic? When can I read more of Memory Leica?
So that one's every Monday. I'm going to release 2 more strips and then go on hiatus.
No!
Yeah, I mean, it's the holidays.
No!
It's crazy.
You're supposed to do all of them way ahead of time and release them, so I'm happy.
That's what the hiatus is for. Yeah, and then the other one, I do it Monday through Friday and updates 1 page every day.
Whoa.
Yeah, and that one, I go on, like, I started taking 2-week breaks to just build up stuff because school definitely catches up to me and work tires me out.
Wow. Oh, I believe it. I mean, I only do work.
No, you don't. You go nerd news, you're like designer con, both for me and for work.
Yes, I do a lot of nerd stuff, but it's you know, you get energized about it, and then you need a few days off. So I was over at designer con over the weekend, and she was at CTN. So we're slightly different nerds, but we kind of still mesh in between. And tell us a little bit about CTN. You were with a group of people in one photo, and what'd you do?
So let's see, I got there, I said hi to some people, another webcomic artist with me, like her name's Sephra, and she kind of inspired me to, you know, take that push and just go for it. That's when I started to post my first one. So I said hi to her, and then my school booth was there, Animation Mentor. So I was volunteering for 2 hours, and those 2 hours were amazing, to be honest, because they are just such a fun community, and they're just such quirky people as well. Literally the 2 hours was just nonstop smiling and laughing, and my cheeks really hurt. So I was like, oh, I gotta be depressed about something. I gotta
let me think about
these.
Donald Trump.
No, if I think about him, I think about the Nailed It episode where they had to carve his face out of cake, and this one contestant made his face orange, like a flaming ball of that came from hell, and it's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
I'll have to look that up. Or send me a clip, because that's not a show I particularly watch.
It's really
definitely
funny.
Enjoy it.
Definitely.
Oh, cool. Thanks for the follow, by the way. Thank you so much. If you want to ask any questions, I see one. What are you saying? I need to scoot up a little bit.
We're both blind.
Oh, God. I can't read. It says Nikki by Jano Blonny 21. Is that one of your friends?
I like that shit now.
No, it's not. Who are you? We want to say hi to you proper. I'll put on my Twitch on my phone so that I don't have to walk up and look over there. Sorry, I'm a noob still. This channel's new. But yeah, thanks for following, and any questions you guys have, just ask Nicole. Do you prefer to be called Nicole or Nikki? What
Actually,
is
Nico.
Oh,
yeah.
Totally throwing me off here.
I know.
Not only can I not pronounce your last name, tell Nikki I hope she doesn't break anything.
It's Janelle.
It's
or
Janelle. Or
it's
Chanel.
One of the two. I sat in a chair today and they rocked it and I broke it and they're blaming me. It was a collaborative effort.
You think it was sabotage?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
It was sabotage.
Yeah, that was Andrew's chair and he's like, don't sit in it. It's broken. So they brought it in and they're like, we fixed it. And I sat in it and it...
Oh, well, I'm glad that your drawing hands are okay. That's all that I care about. You gotta be on my show. Anything else, I don't care.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't need to work.
How you get home tonight, I don't care.
I can drive with my feet.
Yeah. Yeah, and so just kind of getting back to a few things. You were at CTN, you did volunteering for 2 hours. That, you said, that alone would tire me out, so...
I was tired, yeah. I went home and then I just worked more.
Oh, wow. So, at CTN, what was the highlight for you? Was it doing the volunteer work, or was it seeing someone in particular?
It's just meeting everyone and meeting people that you're friends with as well. It's the one spot where I know I will see some friends that don't come down here because they work other places, or we just have different schedules. That's where to be. Like, yes, I'm exhausted socially after, but I would do it again. It's so much fun.
Would you do it the whole weekend?
No.
Yeah, I know. I can't do that either. I was at DesignerCon from 11 to almost 5, and I had to drive an hour to Anaheim from where I'm at, and then an hour back, and I was totally exhausted. Jano Bione, in the same way you would say Obi-Wan. Oh, so it's Janelle. It's Janelle. It has to be. That's Star Wars right there. Very nice with the Jan in the front. Very clever. Very clever. Your username for Twitch actually is my favorite so far. We don't have to mention it if you don't want to.
Okay. Yeah.
But hint if you watch one of the other creator takeovers with Janelle.
Yeah.
Then you will find out what her username is. So it's an Easter egg hunt. You have to go and search for it.
I made it when I was before college, when Twitch was like just starting up.
Yeah.
I did not give it.
That's totally okay. I use the same username for everything, and it sucks because I don't have an alternate personality. Because when I'm gaming, this is a show for artists, but I also do video game stuff as well. So when I do my video game stuff and group gaming, people call me Linz, and I'm like, darn it, that's my real name. Like, I don't have this cool alternate reality.
Well, you could be Lindsay here, and you can be Linz.
Yeah.
On Twitch.
Yeah, but it's not like badass. Like, I'm not fearsome of Linz, or that's not an intimidating name.
Kind of sounds like Lind.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. This is why you're on my show. But don't underestimate the power of lint, I guess.
All right.
Yeah. So, you started this watercoloring webcomic series, which I really love the looseness of your pen, by the way, especially the old lady, like the
Oh.
way her skin droops.
Uh-huh.
Really amazing. I loved it. It was loose and free. I haven't gone 300 in, so I don't know.
It does clean up.
Oh,
It does,
okay.
yeah. So it started. Oh God. So when I started again, it was just be relaxed after school. So I would do it in the sketchbook that I had, which was not ready for wet watercolor. So I was just like, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I switched over, and then I started to actually plan out my pages and draw an undersketch before, because like the first 50 or 70 there was no undersketch. It was straight pen to paper, and then
Wow.
watercolor, and it was like no planning. I had no idea where the story was going, and then I started to actually plan it out, and now go in the direction that I wanted to a lot smoother.
So, can you tell us of the overarching story? I know the main character is this boy who's kind of a punk-looking kid with the piercings.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the story and where you got inspiration of these characters.
So I'll start with the inspiration. It was a summer night. It was 3 a.m. and I couldn't sleep. I usually get insomnia, so I wake up and then I just can't sleep for the rest of the night. And it was during one of these cases, I was thinking like, kind of messed up how people take their dogs to the pound once they get bigger than being a puppy. I think it was right after Christmas time, because I was thinking about how people get Christmas puppies as gifts, but the person you're giving it to might not be ready for that responsibility, especially when that dog gets bigger. Because yeah, everything's cute as a puppy, but as soon as it gets bigger, it's adorable. Yes, it's still pretty cute. It's still a puppy in my eyes.
There's other adorable things about it, yes.
Yeah, but they take it to the pound, and I was thinking like, oh, that'd be funny if kids were treated like how we treat animals, because their kids are treated very, as I see it, highly. Like, oh, if a dog poops, we would like punish it some way. Kid poops, like, I'll clean it.
Yeah.
Right. That's the toilet.
Get it right next time.
So that's how it started, and then yeah, and then now the story is more of resembles a pit bull. That's why he's called like a pit in some pages. And it'll get more into that meaning, what it means in that world, later.
Ooh, spoilers.
I know. I'm excited to get there. It's gonna be dark.
Ooh, that's my kind of comic.
Yeah, and so it's just him. He has a certain appearance. He looks very punk. He looks tough, but he's not. He's a really docile kid. He was raised with a lot of love. But because of the certain way that he looks, he's judged by just that. So, if you get to know him, he's a really good kid, but first impression is just by looks. So, and it's just his story, how that kind of affects him.
Okay, nice. And is he, so I'm wondering though, the look of him and everything, is he based off of someone you know, or that's just total?
No, it was, I drew him randomly, and it's at the times where I'm not thinking about design at all that I come up with the best designs.
Nice.
Like, he was a throwaway design at first, and then I just like kept thinking about it, and I wanted to do it, so I drew it out, and then suddenly here I am, like 2 years later, still working on it.
Yeah. So what do you see in the future of this webcomic? Is it ongoing? Do you want an ending? Is there other characters that you want to bring in?
Yeah, there's definitely an ending, which I'm working towards. Right now, I'm doing what I would call filler, because there are all these elements that I wanted to introduce, but they wouldn't have fit in the story, the main story. So it's like little side stories, and they're very short. I started again today, and this one's only gonna last 3 weeks. So, and after that, it's one more filler, and that's one of the longest ones that I've put out, and I'm really excited to get to it because it's really important to me. I forgot your question.
No, that's I was wondering where the comic is going, and so you're basically saying that there is an ending, you're working towards it, and you have it's filler right now, but there's things that are
they'll come back. Come back. Like some of the filler stuff is kind of relevant, you know. It's just more of an expansion on stuff, more on side characters, and that is going to come into play later. So you could skip it. It's just more of a backstory for them.
So is this mostly dogs that's represented?
Yes, absolutely.
No bunny love or
no, I'm sorry.
kitty love?
Those animals do exist in the world. It's
just not like, the main.
Yeah, not. I don't have a place for them.
Wondering what the inspiration behind the colored lines in her art. I really love that she's coming into her own style. Thanks for the question.
Oh, let's see. That's more on the illustration, the random illustrations one. Those, let's see. I like to, if it's not, so if the shape isn't clear, like hands for example, if it's like a closed shape like that, if that's just the shape that I paint in, you're not going to know what that is. So you need some line to define that, those edges. But I don't want to use a boring black line. I like trying out new colors. I like mixing them. I like seeing what works. So I'll try out different colors, make those lines.
And are those also ink as well? The lines
watercolor.
They're watercolor lines. So you take a smaller brush?
Yes. I just bought smaller brushes because I needed smaller detail.
Jeez. Yeah. And so let's talk a little bit about your other webcomic, which I love so much. A whole different style, a whole different you. Like, tell us a little bit, sort of same questions, the inspiration, who is this girl, and what does she actually do at her job?
So, Memory Like a ... is based off, or it's about a secretary. She's actually the president's secretary of her company. Her name is Cassandra, but you call her Cass for short. And she is forgetful. And the whole style is more manga-like because that's my inspiration. Like, I've always wanted to make a manga ever since I was 13. I legit found pages of me trying. They were not as well polished. But yeah, I've always wanted to try that format, the 4 one, where it's just 4 panels, and it's pretty much your setup, like a little bit in between, and then your punchline. And I just wanted to try it because my first webcomic was supposed to be a comedy one, but then it just turned into a life one. So with this one, now that I have more experience, I wanted to try it again to try to do comedy because I'm actually kind of weak in that in art wise.
But you're so funny.
I know.
Why?
I don't know. I take art more seriously, and that's where I freeze up and I'm like, let's do this right instead of like kick a can.
Yeah, her expressions are really hilarious, and I love how the pressure builds on her and she's still trying to do it with a smile. And you really can see the different expressions on her, and it's so relatable. I feel to anyone can relate to this girl, so I really love it. I will continue to read the other one, but
no, it's okay.
That
you
one
have
is
a favorite.
Yeah, I clearly have a favorite. I apologize.
It's okay. I'm glad that it's well received. It's definitely gaining more followers than the other one when it started out, and I'm okay with that.
Oh yeah, you're doing it for you.
Yeah,
like I do this for me. So, so you said that you found pages when you were 13. Like, can you talk to us about baby Nico and how she got into art? Does your family are they artists as well?
No. My
Oh,
mom's
you
a
say
dentist.
that like very, hey, there's an art to dentistry.
I guess she has to be like very precise with her hands. And then my dad works with my mom, but he mainly does the financing part, and then he'll go in the back and out as a dental assistant.
Nice. Wow, dream team working it.
They're divorced.
Oh, not anymore.
Oh no, they still work together.
Oh my goodness.
They're fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, plenty of people who get divorced are still really good friends.
No, they're not.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Work, strictly work, fine, that's good.
Yeah.
Experience together can handle the business. I think I got it that time.
I won't drop any more bombs on you.
So, as your parents were doing, you know, this more non-artistic direction, how did you get involved into that?
Let's see. I drew like as any other kid. The only difference is I didn't stop. I really liked doing it. I think it was the people I met on the way, because I met people and they had similar taste to me. They also read manga at the time. But manga back then was not as good as it is now. Like, yeah, I read some bad stuff. Gentleman's Alliance is terrible. Do not read that if you're into shoujo. And we were like, oh, let's make a comic. Yeah, we'll do it. And they gave up really quickly, and I was like, no, we can still do it. And then I joined DeviantArt, and I joined a community on there, and that really kept me going. But I did a lot of comic stuff there as well. Yeah, I've always liked comics. Amazing.
So your parents let you read these comics as a kid?
I know at first they didn't like it. I was like, that's a lot. You already have so many. Why do you need another? I'm like, Mom, it's volume 7. You don't understand. It's the last one. It's like, why can't you read the other 6?
Yeah, all over again.
Yeah.
Pretend it's different.
It's like, oh, this cover's weird. Like, this has a red man and it's demonic.
Another great question. Thank you for the questions. Demonic. Do you see yourself doing storyboards in the future since you love story so much?
Oh, that's difficult. I think as a freelancer, because animation-wise, I do love everything, and I wish I could do everything because I'm obviously a busybody. But yeah, as a freelance, maybe. But I think right now I want to focus on animation.
And that's what you're going to school for right now?
Yes, 3D animation.
Wait, are you still at Woodbury? Or
no, I graduated from Woodbury.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, because I know so many people from there, and I was like, I'm going to guess. I'm going to guess it's Woodbury because I kind of remember it.
No, at the time, Woodbury didn't have a solid 3D program. So afterwards, I was like, oh, I need to specialize myself, because they're good at teaching you the overall industry, but they don't specialize you. So you don't take multiple courses in character design. You only take one. It's like, here's an intro to character design. This is what they do. But it's not really everything that they do. This is more like, this is the fun side, so you're not turned away from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So little Nico, she, read these manga comics. She went to regular school, and then at what point were you like, I want to go to art school?
Oh, I think my mom would be really mad at that when I did, because I was always like, oh, I'll be a vet. Oh, I'll do something with animals. No, I'll be a brain surgeon.
Ooh.
Oh, I know. I'll be then at one year, freshman year of high school, I was like, no, I want to be a linguistics officer. Like, I want to learn languages, and I want to hear people's conversations. And then I went back, like, no, neurosurgeon, that's where the money is. I want to have a stable life. I like brain, I like science. And then last year, 2012, yeah, 2012, I think it was December, I watched all these movies in a row: Wreck-It Ralph, A Girl Who Left Through Time, and Wolf Children, Ami and Yuki, and I cried like a baby at every single one of them. And this was spread out over a week.
Just 1 week, all that crying.
I know, yeah.
If only you could bottle those tears.
I know, and it was, and you're at that time when you're a high schooler, you don't want to show emotion. You're like, It's cool to be stoic.
Yeah.
It's cool to be apathetic. But I cried. I was like, why are they doing this to me?
What are these feelings?
Yeah. So, and I was like, I want to do this to other people. And I was like,
you horrible person.
This? I know.
You want to make them cry.
I do. Yeah. So then I was like, oh, people work on this. Like, this isn't what animation is. Okay. Maybe I can get into it. And I'm like, there's a career in art. Maybe I don't have to be a starving artist.
Yeah, so. It's great not to starve. I see more questions, but this one's from YouTube. Let me read them real quick.
Oh, okay.
Joe, what up, Joe? Lindsay, can you add links to your guest's website, etc. in the YouTube description for us non-Twitch users? Yes. Thank you, Joe. I will totally do that. I'll do it right now. Oh, okay, here we go. Okay, tapas.io/NICOLEJARQUIN. Boom! There you go, everyone. That sent a mass thing to YouTube and Twitch. You guys can find her things there. I'm a little smart, just a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, I am. The first time when Chanel was doing it, I wish that you had done it on YouTube.
Oh yeah, I couldn't figure it out at that time. Each day I'm learning something a little bit new, something a little that I can change. I just found out that I can do Twitch highlights. So I just took from the last creator takeover with Janelle, I took a clip and I made it a highlight, and that's in my Twitch videos. I'm going to also export it and put it into YouTube. So I'm figuring things out. So what I'm doing is I'm separating it. I'm taking just the interviews, and I want just the interviews, and then I want just the,
portion.
Yeah, the other, makings. The makings, and then I'll do just the makings, just to separate it out and have a playlist of that too, because they are kind of long, I guess. I don't know what people's attention spans are anymore.
Also, Joe, if you're still at work, go home.
Let's see. It says, we don't want Nicole flipping tables. What have you been doing, Nicole?
So on our crew thing, I put in a little emoticon, Japanese emoji of like a little table flip because I couldn't find my name. I was like, I'm used to being here on the Woody on the other production and then I'm like at the bottom-ish. I'm not used to seeing that, so I needed something to look for. So I'd be like, that's me.
Okay, cool.
It's my folder.
Yeah, so is it alphabetical? You just don't have a high enough alphabetical name anymore on this crew.
A lot of M's.
Darn those M's.
J.
Well, what's your middle name? Oh, that's way lower. Never mind. Don't even. Yeah. I want to talk to you forever. I don't know if there's other things you want to tell us about. Maybe are there any other events coming up or any new stuff you want to tell us about your comics?
No.
You don't want to tell us anything. No. I like that. A girl who knows what she wants.
Yeah, I'm terrible at giving information about myself. As much as like my coworkers are like, oh, you talk about everything. Oh, do you just say what pops into your mind? I don't.
So there's a process, a whole process going. I see Joe is sending some one of those old
table flip.
Is that the table flip?
It's the table flip.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that is like super old school, Joe. Way to go. I don't even know that one.
It was either that or the Lenny face.
Here's a question. What does she love about production, and what creative justice comes with that?
Oh, okay. Let's see. The fun part is definitely seeing the whole thing come together, as stressful as it is from beginning to end. That was cool.
Nice.
Yeah. So, and then what was the other part?
The
creative justice.
Yeah.
Let's see. Because last production, I think I could be creative because our director would focus on other things, so I would take more responsibility, more like not, but more like making sure that designs were right. So I could actually go in and draw whatever was unfinished and or whatever was needed. There were a couple of times that the studio did ask, like, hey, we need a reference for this, and I would actually go in and paint it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and send it to them. Yeah, I just copied this stuff. Wasn't that?
Yeah, but that's also a skill, being able to be a chameleon, like having your own style and also being able to be hired to do other styles that there are. So that's pretty awesome. Yeah. Oh my.
I actually did a few keyframes for animation for them, even though really late in the process.
Well, as we at least both know with production, it's you know, things,
it's a beast.
Yeah. Things can get pretty tough sometimes. Let's see, there's some more questions. You guys are great. Oh wait, that is Nicole's, not mine. Oh, okay. What, Joe? I don't know what you mean. So we don't want
that's my folder.
Oh, okay. Oh, I get it.
That's what
I
it
see.
is.
You guys are such a tight-knit crew. Here you guys are supporting each other after hours. This is insane. So I guess if you want to get into watercoloring, we could do that, or you can do that.
Yeah.
All right, set yourself up. I'm going to chat and kill time for a moment until you are settled in. And I would like to... You're ready? Jesus. All right, let me do my cheat sheet here. Let me see. What did I write to switch the screen? What does a circle mean? Oh, Option Command 2. Boom! Let's see if that moved it over. When will she drop the dates for her comedy series? Aye, Nikki!
Janelle is convinced that I'll do a stand-up comedy, and I'll do it when I fail enough, Janelle, because if I fail enough, I can make jokes about my failures. That's what comedians do. John Mulaney's a failed English major. Hassan Minaj is a failed doctor.
Oh, shucks. I guess my shortcut key didn't work. Darn you, shortcut. Here we are. Aha! We have moved over. New scene. So talk to us a bit about what you'll be using.
So I don't remember these brushes. I got them a long time ago. I don't know what brand, but just standard watercolor brushes. And then these are the ones that I bought a couple weeks ago.
Oh, it's so fresh.
They're super fine.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Have they even touched water yet?
They have. Oh. They're really good. So this is the one I was using before. These are them now. I can do detail work.
Oh, and the duck is your just...
This is Roger.
Yeah.
I name everything Roger.
That way you don't forget the name.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, Joe, that's how I keep notes.
You're like Mulan, like writing it down my arm.
Don't have paper upstairs.
Oh, maybe that's what you need. I need to get you that.
So talk to us about the piece you'll be making, and plus for people who follow, there'll be a chance for you to win this print of this at the end, which she'll sign. So tell us a bit about your art piece.
All right. Well, this weekend I actually went to the Huntington Gardens for the first time, and it was really cool. I can run paper up. Go home, Joe. So there are these cool looking plant bushes that they cut in the shape of mushrooms, and I was like, oh, I want to draw that. That's really cool. So that's some of the inspiration, and then I wanted to draw a dog because I love dogs.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is backwards or not.
Yeah, you can see right there.
So
I don't know, is it backwards?
I don't know. And it's just a dog with some goldfish floating around in water bubbles because I love magical elements and stuff as well. So I'll be painting it with a cup of water. And these are Sakura Koi watercolors. They're a travel set or pocket field sketchbook box. They've lasted me 3 years now.
Damn.
Yeah.
Let's see what you say about it the other way. I wonder if there is a way to rotate this. But continue talking.
Yeah, so these were given to me as a gift. I'm thankful for them. They definitely have stuck with me for a long time.
There
You can
we go.
see which colors I use the most.
Mhm.
Yeah, pink, blue. I just stopped using blue for a while because I used it too much. Yeah, but then I found out that it actually let's see if I can take it apart. Yeah. That it actually has a lot more color than I thought originally.
Yeah.
So then I started using blue again.
Joe, first he's like, I can run some paper up, and then he's like, and get in a car wreck trying to learn watercolor while driving? I think not. So he really wants to see how you do your watercoloring.
Okay, so I'll start now for Joe, so he can go home. Alright.
And if you want to move it up a little, you may, only if you're comfortable. Or I can even
Bye, Roger.
Oh no, Roger!
There.
Only if that's comfortable.
Yeah, it's fine. I can work anyway. At home, I work like on the floor.
What?
I really like working on the floor.
Is it better for your back?
No, absolutely not. It's just alright.
Oh my god, there it is.
Yeah.
Just throwing it down like that, so aggressive.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I work really quickly because I've done it for a while. So I just know what I have to do.
Yeah, I mean, you did over 300 frames of that other
yeah,
one.
after my goal is to get to 1,000 actually.
Woo! So it took 2 years to get to 300?
Yes.
Alright.
I have to do, I forgot to do a little anniversary piece for that, but it will get there. So mainly with watercolor, so you get an even spread on big surfaces. You spread water all across it, and then you add in your color. That way it's not super, like it's super saturated here, and then as you go around it loses its color and its water, and it'll dilate.
Yeah,
so
how are you keeping it so contained? Is it your first what you did with water really?
Yeah, because I spread it out and I made sure to keep these shapes clean. It won't go past. If you put in too much water, then it'll start to kind of drop, like a drop.
Like the beat. So animals seem to be an overarching thing.
Oh yeah, just because I can't be a vet doesn't mean I don't love animals.
Do you have pets of your own?
I do. His name is Shakespeare, and he's my baby.
What? You didn't name him Roger?
No. I named him Shakespeare because I watched Meerkat Manor as a kid.
Yeah.
I loved that show.
I think it's still going on, right?
No, it's not. After Flower died, it was dead.
I was dead to you.
Yes.
Like, this was being...
I tried watching with Rocket Dog as the leader. She wasn't that good.
Not a good leader, okay.
No. She was coming into her own. But they ended it. Yeah, anyway, Shakespeare was one of my favorite meerkats. And he died off screen. So I was sad about that. Anyway.
Sort of like what happened in Bambi.
With the mom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry to bring that up.
That's okay. Anyway, so I just mixed colors. Because it's wet, it's really easy to mix, and they blend together a lot better. Yeah, so I usually go from light to dark, obviously.
There's no possible way to go in reverse. I know it's a silly question, but...
There are. You just kind of run into the risk of overworking your paper.
Okay.
So it'll get frayed. Like one of the pages I did on my comic got pretty frayed because I was trying to lift the color, and you lift it by just grabbing a clean brush, getting water, and just spreading it, and then grabbing a little paper towel.
Yeah. And if everyone notices the paper towel there, she is very eco-friendly. She reuses these basic paper towels. It's basic, what we use in our kitchen.
Basic.
You can curse on my stream. It's
okay.
You can curse as much as you want. But yeah, amazing how, I mean, and how long did you say you had this watercolor travel kit?
Like 2 years.
2 years, and
Almost 3.
How long have you had the paper?
Um, this
Yeah.
Not long. These last a few months before I get tired of them and I just get another one. Bounty.
They're kind of beautiful.
Hmm?
They're kind of beautiful.
Their own pieces. My own little Jackson Pollocks.
Yeah. I like that. I can't believe how long watercolor lasts. If you've had that for 2 years, you do like this. You've done 300 at least images.
More, actually, because I do some like there are other pages here that do have more.
Oh, you're spinning your watercolor.
It's alright. I'll just
put it back. Yeah, I really love how that's blending together. What do you usually listen to when you do watercoloring?
I used to just listen whenever I was really into, because I get into phases. Right now I'm super into this one band called Lonnie and the 1975, because the 1975 is about to release a new album. So they've been releasing singles, and they're amazing.
What genre is it?
Alternative, I think. And yeah, and then Lonnie, I just went through a breakup, so Lonnie is all about, it's okay. It's all, it's a breakup songs, and I'm like, yep.
Awesome. For me, my breakup songs are like Avenged and Metallica. I guess I'm a little different.
Yeah, no, Lonnie's more like, you know, I'll get over you. I'll be okay. It'll just take a while. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, yeah, it will.
Yeah.
And it's fine.
So you have more time to do webcomics for me. Good.
Oh, I wish I had more time and I had clones, because I know even with more time, I'd still do the same thing. But I really want to get into fan art. Yeah.
What would you be doing of fan art?
Deltarune. I just played Deltarune. It's so good. I played Undertale when it came out, and I've never been touched the same way by a game. Like, wow. It's so good.
What console?
You can play it on the computer. You can play it on the Switch. Yeah, I think it's Steam and Switch right now. And Deltarune is just on the computer. So, and it's not a sequel. It's in the same universe though. It was really good. Like 3 years later, it's still Toby Fox has still got it.
Nice.
Yeah, even if he thinks he doesn't, he's really good.
Yeah, I was actually. It's funny that Janelle has this Obi-Wan name that she picked, because I was just telling Amanda today how every couple of months I have to watch Star Wars Episode 1 through 6 again. And it's like I'm feeling the bug right now, and I really am looking forward to our Thanksgiving break, because I'll be watching Star Wars.
That's your holiday movie?
Basically. Not the Star Wars holiday movie.
Not Harry Potter. Not Christmas movies. It's Star Wars.
Well, for Halloween, I did watch a bunch of Halloween movies. Did you watch any?
I just watched Haunting on House Hill because of my producer and associate producer, aka my big brother now.
Aw, shucks.
Oh no, it's not a cute relationship.
Oh.
Yeah. You know Pete.
Yes. I know Pete.
Yeah.
He's at the football game, probably.
Yeah, I think he's at a baseball game. I know he's at some game.
Shinobi is like, you have to do a Star Wars marathon every 3 years or the Empire wins, according to How I Met Your Mother. I so agree with that. Luckily, I have been watching at least once a year, so I've been keeping strong. I hope you guys have been too, if you don't want the Empire to win.
Gosh. Did you watch all of How I Met Your Mother?
I've never seen it.
Oh, okay. It's not worth it.
No!
No, that ending was terrible. They built a whole season around some characters developing, and then they broke it all down in the last episode.
So like they maybe got canceled and had to finish it up?
No, they got extended a couple times. Season 7 I think was supposed to be their last, but then they got season 8 and they were not that good.
Well, that's a good long run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their excuse was like, oh, we had the ending planned out already, so we had to do it.
We had to. We had no choice. Yeah, I don't know. Is that the one with Al Bundy? Al Bundy's in it. Is that the one? Or are you too young for Al Bundy? Married with Children?
Oh no! I don't think he's in that.
Is that which one is How I Met Your Mother?
The one with what's his name? Neil Patrick Harris.
Oh, I love Neil Patrick.
Yeah.
Okay, I have seen clips, but I haven't actually watched it.
Yeah, like I've watched clips of The Office, but haven't watched it.
How dare you! If Patrick found out, oh my goodness.
I know. Maybe he would talk to me more. No.
That's funny.
No, I want to. Like, I've seen clips of The Office, and I think it's really funny, but I've watched the first episode, and it's not funny.
Just clips, not the actual show.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's one of those shows I can definitely rewatch. Just any episode, I can just pull it up, no problem. So you do have a few art pieces on the wall behind you. Do you want to tell us a bit about those pieces as well? I really need to know about the Frog Prince one.
Oh, the Frog Princess.
Oh, my bad.
It's okay. No, I didn't reveal it until this week or last week. I don't remember. Yeah, it was. Let's see, that one. Pretty fun. I just was playing around. I like fairy tales. They're fun to reimagine. In school, they always make us do a retelling of a fairy tale, and I just wanted one to be gay. So I was like, I'll do 2 princesses. Like, why has that never been done?
Yes. You're right. I mean, Avatar had a hint to that, but it wasn't really, wasn't strong at all. It was kind of like a guess.
Yeah, and
she's not a princess, really.
And then the characters are fun they were fun to develop. Because you always hear about, oh, good princesses, so kind, so humble, but I was like, what if a princess was arrogant and mean or stuck up? You know, usually you have one good, one bad, one arrogant, one humble, and the humble one teaches the arrogant one. And I'm like, well, what if both of them were like that, but they were arrogant about different things or in a different way? So that's what I'm playing with behind the scenes.
Interesting. Are you developing that story further?
Yeah, hopefully. I have some pieces I know I want to make whenever I have time, whatever that is. Yeah, and let's see, the other one, that one's also a story. It's about 2 witches, and one curses the other by mistake, and they kind of go on a journey to like try to undo that curse because it's beyond her ability.
It's like, sorry bro, didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, but that one's more of about communicating your feelings and telling your friend like, hey, you've hurt me, rather than keeping it to yourself, because sometimes that's not the best.
Wow, all these morals to your story. You should, you know, like Genobi 21 was saying, you know, more storyboarding and storytelling.
Yeah, and then let's see, the top one, I was just playing around. It actually wasn't supposed to look like that.
Don't you love when that happens, though?
Yeah, that one just, I don't know. I wanted it to look more like marker, but it didn't. Ended up looking like watercolor. And I wanted to move on, so I was like, alright, post.
Yeah, I like the bones and the style, and I love how round the dog is.
I love round things.
Yes.
I had a tough time senior year because my partner for our film was she liked to do sharp shapes and sharp angles, and that was not what I did at all. I always do round and curves. I like soft and round.
And I see a lot of white line around it. How were you able to control the watercolor like that? Or is that a white marker you do on top?
No, so that's actually digital.
Oh, it looks just like watercolor.
Yeah, so it's a watercolor brush in Photoshop.
Wow, it looked Photoshop, great job. Props to Photoshop.
So that one, let's see. I did the line work, and then to make sure that the shapes are good, I turned off the line work, and I liked the way it looked without it. So that's just with the line work turned off.
Nice. And then you have a sort of story going on with the black and white or the grayscale thing, and I've seen that character a few times on your Instagram.
Yeah, they're the two buddy witches.
Oh, that's them! Yay!
Yeah, that's them before one of them got cursed. And I have a whole backstory for them and stuff.
I do want to see more of them. I know you've been doing a bunch and some expressions and things like that.
I'm always developing a bunch of stuff at the same time. Let's see. Nothing new. Sorry. I thought I saw something new.
Oh, okay. Whatever that is. Yeah, I have no stories. I'm not a storyteller. But I do love to develop my brand, and having Twitch is really cool for me because, you know, I just 2 weeks ago or last week, I think it was just last week, I just started designing thumbnails for the videos, which people can see on YouTube, because Twitch only holds videos for I think 14 days. So
really,
yeah, because I'm not an affiliate. So thanks everyone for following, because I'm on my way with every follow. So I've been just playing around with my brand. How should thumbnails go? What are the things that, you know, time, there's like the time in the top left corner, there's a thing in the bottom, so I have to design around these parameters, and figuring things out in information design is really fun for me. Not so much storytelling or, you know, watercoloring. And yeah, I do make art, but I really love designing a brand more than anything else.
Yeah, no, I'm story, like, all the way through. Dude, second year, elementary school, I made a book in which I got all this printer paper, and I traced over this one image in an actual book, and then I wrote a little story to it. So this was printer paper all stapled together, colored with, like, marker, like a second grader would do.
Yeah.
And it was just the same image over and over and over on every page. It's just like, it would be a little bit smaller, a little bigger, and it would have like a little story. And my teacher was like, "Oh, Nicole, do you want to read your story to the class?" It's like, and she's like, "Do you want me to read it?" I was like, "Well, if you want to." And so she actually did. She got the book and she read it to class, and I was just in the back like, they're gonna know I traced. They're gonna know I didn't. Like, not paying attention at all. But yeah, even back then I was like, story is important. Yeah. I want these type of stories, so I'm gonna make my own.
Oh, very admirable. That's definitely not me. I like other people's stories.
Yeah.
Like memory, like dot. I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
And there will be a Lindsay in there. I'm gonna keep my eyes open.
Maybe. But in the background.
There will. Yeah, sure. Put her in there.
Alright.
And she has to wear a bow tie.
Oh, yeah. And have curly hair.
Yeah, just big hair in general.
Be Jewish.
Drive safe, Genobi21, listening on your drive home.
Okay. I should sing for her.
See you tomorrow. Well, there'll be pie tomorrow at work, so don't be late.
I'm so excited.
I know, pie and ice cream.
Yeah.
That's like one way to get people to come into work and not take the day off before Thanksgiving or whatever.
Well, we have to come in on Wednesday.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Kind of.
But Wednesday will probably be a half day.
Yeah. Well, traffic's gonna be terrible.
On Wednesday?
Everyone going home in LA. Yeah.
Wow, I just saw the fear in your eyes for a second.
Well, I planned around it. I plan everything now.
So how did you plan around it? How do I get home with no traffic?
Well, are you just going home, or are you going to your parents, or?
I'm going my place on Wednesday.
Oh, then you're fine.
Oh,
You live
okay.
here, don't you?
I live like North Hollywood, so.
Okay.
That's...
You should just take the streets.
Oh, thank you. You're planning it out for me.
You know, right?
Yeah, I could probably just take the streets. I'm not looking forward to all the asshole drivers on the Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us about your process now. You didn't even put shadow lines on. You're kind of going as you are seeing.
Yeah, I have to wait for it to dry. And then right now I'm just playing with color. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying some light stuff out first before really deciding to commit.
And I see you have your color wheel basically that you've put over there.
Oh yeah, just to like get more color of it. Because sometimes if you go from straight water to brush, it'll be too strong. I don't want that.
Okay, so this is you diluting it so you're able to blend it a little better.
Mm-hmm.
What advice would you give a new person who's just getting started or watching the stream? Like any advice on the type of brushes and paint, or like what do you think would be, what would a newbie want to know?
Let me think about like what I wanted to know. Because I knew my basics in painting, kind of.
What was that?
I knew my basics in painting.
Oh, okay.
But definitely do multiple. Doing multiple of them helps. Yeah. Like, I was really messy at the beginning, and then because I did so much, I got cleaner. After then you can start experimenting. Like, I would only put on one color, and I was like, oh, green can only have a darker green. That's it. Or green can only have a blue. And I'm like, no, it can have a reddish. Like, let me try right now.
Oh, you're experimenting.
Yeah.
Let's see. Experimenting on the spot. Yeah, I can see the layers building up and shapes starting to take form. It looks really cool. Very soothing.
And if you make a mistake, you can clean it up. Like right here, this is a little too dark. Or it doesn't look like any color. It looks blackish. And you don't want to ever shade with black.
So black is not on the watercolor options. Oh, look at that, it's gone!
Yeah.
Boom!
So you just don't panic. You can clean it up. It's fine.
Don't panic.
Yeah. Let me see how I want to do this.
Yeah. I want depth to be more in the shot.
Roger.
Yeah. He's like staring. That's funny.
Good.
He's like, so cute.
Do you have any holiday plans?
I'm gonna be just me, my brother, my mom and dad hanging out, eating hens. We're gonna eat a hen. I don't know if I've ever had a hen before, but my mother, she's from Israel, and she eats all kinds of animals, and she eats all of the animal. When I say all of the animal, I mean it.
Animal?
Yeah, her favorite part is usually the neck, because she says it's very delicious.
What does she do with the beak?
She doesn't cook them like that. You can ask the butchers for
the hen without a beak?
Well, she won't eat the beak, if that's what you're alluding to.
Trying, yeah.
Yeah, but I guess there's not everything. She won't eat the claws or the beak, I guess. But she says the neck is delicious. So yeah, I'll just be with them. My dad's really big on football, so we'll watch some football. And I'll be working on my Twitch actually. So
Oh, really? Are you gonna stream games?
Not on Thanksgiving, but just like you, how you said with your webcomic series, you'll be taking a little hiatus. This is the only stream I'll be doing this week, unless I do one on Sunday, which I'm not sure if I'm gonna do yet. Because I just want to revisit my stream and just kind of see what's working with the designs, what I should change. Like I said, I just figured out clips and highlights, so people can check out a few highlights in the video section on Twitch already. And I'm going to start doing more of those because I think that if you want to just, like, I've been playing this horror game, as you know, called Home Sweet Home. There's a really good clip that I put in the video section of that really freaky part where I think I showed you on Instagram or something, where I actually curse because I'm so scared.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I'm gonna start doing clips, putting them over to YouTube, and kind of figuring out my channel more. So, just kind of assessing things now that I'll have some time.
Yeah.
Oh, it's looking cool. Yeah, I see what you're saying about adding the colors to colors I wouldn't think of.
Yeah, no, and in school I wasn't very good in color at all. But then I had a teacher, and she was like, "Just blur an image and pick the palettes." Like, you know, Photoshop lets you crystallize stuff, and that was like, trees can be purple. What?
There was one thing with color I learned in art school when I took a perspective class, and it was, I used to do black outline on everything, but
you don't have to.
No, you don't. But I get close. Like, I'll do a dark purple
Or a dark gray or a brown.
Yes. So I won't actually use black. I'll use something that people think is black because of the rest of the tone of my image.
Oh yeah, how colors affect others because of that, putting them right next to each other, that relationship.
Yeah, like I like dark purples and stuff. That's probably my favorite color, dark purple.
I like purple. It goes with everything.
I see a lot of purple in your painting right now.
Well, that's the sky.
Purple Sky Majesty. I think there's some kind of song like that.
Never heard it.
I don't know. It's like purple. I don't know. Can't think of the song.
You don't want to sing.
I definitely don't want to sing. That's right. Yeah.
Let's see. I started watching She-Ra. That was fun.
How is it?
I really enjoy it. I thought I wouldn't because people hype up a lot of stuff. But no, it's really, I really enjoy it. My friend and I are fighting over one character. I'm like, no, she's like, this character is whiny, terrible. And I'm like, no, she's great. Yeah. I love her. She teleports. She's purple. She's like, no, she's stubborn and annoying. I'm like, no.
I'm looking forward to watching it. I grew up with the original She-Ra, so you can maybe guess my age. And She-Ra, Princess of Power, like, she was my favorite. That was like my earliest introduction to superheroes. And a few years ago, when Netflix just started to get big, She-Ra, the original series, was on Netflix. I'm like, oh, hell yes, I'm gonna give this a shot. And I couldn't even finish the first episode.
Was it bad?
It was so bad. I mean, it just didn't hold up.
Wait, why is it bad?
It's a lot of things. I mean,
I never watched it.
You should watch it on your own. I don't want to...
No, because you remember when it came out, everyone on the internet, usually guys, were really mad. They're like, she's not sexy. No. This is criminalizing female empowerment. You should be able to feel powerful and sexy. And it's like,
like, powerful and sexy, it doesn't have to be a visual thing. Yeah, like, you can be mentally sexy.
Yeah, so when I started watching it, I typed in She-Ra into Netflix, and right next to it was the original series.
Give it a shot.
So if you don't like I
really hated it. Like, I'm not even sugarcoating it. If anyone else liked the original She-Ra, please convince me.
Change my mind.
Yeah. Because watching it now, and you know, I was still in my 20s when it came onto Netflix. I was probably like 29 or something when I tried watching it, or maybe I was 28 or something, around there. Didn't hold up, but the new She-Ra I definitely want to check out.
Yeah, I think it's really good story-wise. I like the creator. I read her comic Nimona a while ago.
Wow, that sounds so familiar.
Yeah, it's this about a shapeshifter, and she has like bangs and hair here, but the rest of it is shaven. And wet my hat.
It's okay, it's black. No one can tell.
It's okay. Yeah.
I mean, you're not an artist unless you have paint on you, right?
Oh, I've almost drank my paint water a couple of times. That was a rude awakening.
Wow. Yeah, I could definitely say that has never happened to me.
Yeah. I think I was proud of it. I was like, oh my god, I'm a real artist now.
I am one with my art. Like those people who cut themselves and bleed and use it in their paintings. Have you done that yet?
I've had friends who thought about it. Like, middle school age though.
Wow, that's pretty forward thinking of a middle schooler.
Yeah.
Unless they were just weird.
We were the weird group. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Later. So I can't touch this now because it's wet. So if I want to do any detail, like any colored line work, it'll just bleed right into it.
So how do you know when it's dry enough to?
These dry really quickly. Let's see, I was working on this one. It's kind of dryish. The sky is dry already. And I know the grass will be dry. I don't know. It's just, since working with these, I know them pretty well. They're like a boyfriend, you know. I've been with him for so long.
You just know what they're gonna do.
I do.
So this kit, it looks like it has like a lot going on there, like different pages, I guess, that you flip over. Or did I not see that earlier? Yeah.
No, it's pretty simple. So this is the tray palette, and it just goes
how it here. I see. And then uh-oh, now I can't get to your frames. So what is that backside for? Like, I see there's different compartments on this backside, or that you're touching right there.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just for your paint palettes like this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Are those sponges in the
I don't use them that much. I could, but I usually use it for cleaning up stuff. So if this tape wasn't here, I would clean it.
Damn, and that's 2-3 years old. That's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Where did you get it? Like Amazon?
It was a gift.
Oh.
I think you can buy it on Amazon though.
So what happens if a color runs out? Can you fill it back in?
No, I'll just live with it.
Not use a color. Yeah.
Hopefully, I'm hoping that it'll be a green or a purple because that's easy. I just mix my colors: blue, red, purple. Boom. Yeah.
Oh, it sucks you can't add more. Is it because it's paste, or?
I think so. There's probably a way to add more.
I like it though. I love things that can be just ready to go. Like little bags. I'm one of those weirdos who keeps little bags.
Oh. I don't know. Maybe you got used to getting things very quickly, or just on the go, instant.
Oh yeah.
You know, we're a generation that we get things instantly now. Amazon Prime.
I know, right?
The internet, the knowledge at the tip of a finger. I definitely use it.
Hello, Chanel number 7. She says, hi, Nikki. Hi, Lindsay. Thanks for following Chanel number 7.
Oh, God.
So you came at a really good time. Chanel asks, how do you decide what colors you want to use while you're painting?
Sometimes I will plan it. Sometimes. Let's see. Like right now, I was looking at this one as I wanted to make it like the Huntington Garden bush mushroom that I saw, but I don't think it was working out very well. So I switched over to yellows, especially since I have a cool background. Not as in it is in cool, I mean as in the colors are cool.
Ah.
So it's just warmer colors to really pop against it.
So cool and warm colors together.
Yeah, and then there's temperature to colors as well. Like
oh
this,
God.
like yes, yellow's a warm color, but let's see. This is hotter than this one. This is a cooler yellow.
Oh, I see. In the vibrancy, I guess.
Yeah.
For lack of technical terms on my end.
Yeah.
So did you know what colors for this one?
Definitely yellow for the dog, because I like golden retrievers, and it's not like I'm hinting what I want for Christmas or anything. Mom.
Mom, if you're watching.
Yeah, I'll send her a link. I'll get some critiques.
Yes.
Back.
What dog do you currently have?
He's a Maltese,
and
I love him. He's 11 years old.
Ew.
He doesn't act like it. Yeah. I think it's because we got him when we were young, so all that energy that we had, we kind of kept it up going on. We're like, hey buddy, what's going on? And he's like,
all the excitement. That's very cute. Yeah, my bunny, I can kind of psych him up sometimes if I like shake treats. Like, come on, bud. And then he'll run out of his pen, he'll go through the tunnel, and he'll run circles. And then he'd be like, all right, I'm done. Where's my food?
Yeah, I think pets reflect their owners.
Oh, damn it. I'm freaking lazy. So he's just going to be a lazy bun?
Dogs especially. Yeah. There are a lot of factors, but I think, dogs with older couples usually are a lot more lax than with kids.
Yeah.
Pete's probably gonna contest me, like, my dog's pretty chill.
My dog goes,
yeah. He could say anything.
So Chanel number 7, is this true also with your snake as well? Does your snake's personality reflect yours? Let us know in the comments. Snakes are not my top choice, but when I saw the latest video of the snake chilling on her shoulder, I was like,
so cute.
Okay, I kind of like it. Yes, he sleeps all day. I don't think that's like you, Chanel. You're very busy.
I don't know. Maybe the snake's just not a morning person. That would be like Chanel.
Yeah.
Because once she gets going,
yeah,
she's a beast.
Oh yeah, my bedtime's like 10 p.m.
Yeah. 11.
For you, 11?
Yeah.
Even with school?
After that, my eyes start to shut down, so I get up really early. I take after my mom a lot.
Chanel's like, you're a beast.
I'm not. I don't know how I do a lot.
Chanel is the ultimate hype woman.
She is. She's so good. But she's also an instigator.
Ooh,
so if you have an addiction, she'll help you.
Help you not get over it.
Yeah. Goodwill.
Oh my goodness, I love Goodwill. Yeah.
I don't know how you guys do it.
I like Goodwill for picture frames, especially for art projects. That's the number one thing I like. I'll take a look at the records, but 99% of the time they're not a record that I like. But yeah, I need another frame, so I'll be checking out some more Goodwill. I got another poster at DesignerCon over the weekend from Crayola. The guy, Crayola, Greg Simpkins.
I don't know if I saw it yet.
I didn't post a picture of it because it was rolled up in my tube.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't want to get it out.
Yeah, So were you good at DesignerCon or did you buy a lot?
I spent $215.
Really?
Yeah. But I got a lot of free stuff.
Dude, I spent $35.
Yeah. Well, it's the one thing, I don't really buy too much unless it's food, so
Okay.
I don't really do too much, but I count it and I'm like, yep, now I'm at X amount, now I'm at X amount, okay.
Oh.
But I got a lot of things for free, thanks to some really cool people, and like shirts and pins and stickers and all kinds of things, so I'm supporting artists, and I like that the money goes to them. You know, at Comic-Con there are like artist alleys and things like that, and you can support those artists. But most of the time you're spending a lot of money on the corporate stuff, you know, like not
pop figures and stuff.
Yeah, not really the artists themselves. And I really liked that I'm supporting the artists themselves, and I felt good about it. And I just did some freelance that I got. Well, a check isn't sent to me yet, but I'll be basically breaking even.
Okay.
So it's kind of like, I was gonna buy a new cell phone, but now that's not gonna happen.
Oh, what were you gonna buy?
What was I? I was gonna use my freelance money to buy a new cell phone because mine's pretty old now.
Yeah. So what would you have gotten?
What I've gotten? I'm one of those Apple snobs. I have everything Apple, so I would have gotten the low end new Apple iPhone, whatever it's called, like the R, I think.
I don't know.
Yeah, I
don't do Apple. I left that life a long time ago.
It's quite all right. I understand. I really do.
Yeah, you never have storage space.
No, I have my own cloud.
Yeah, I don't trust the cloud.
I have my own.
Oh, okay. You have your own, like Goku?
No, my Nimbus. Yeah, I have a network attached storage, so I have my own cloud that's at my apartment, and I can access my files from anywhere.
That's cool.
And it has apps on my phone, so my music, my movies, all my art, everything I can access. I have my own cloud, and it's 2 terabytes right now.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it's almost full. Because it's everything since I was even before art school.
Oh, okay. Where did you go for art school?
I went to Lesley University College of Art and Design, which is in Boston, Massachusetts.
Yeah, I've never heard of them.
They're not that big. It's a private college. They also have in Cambridge. So they are split up. They're like in Cambridge, and then they're in like the heart of Boston, like in Kenmore, like where Fenway is. So it was just really cool living in Boston in the East Coast, and it's very artistic. Such great galleries and so many artsy people, and you see your friends in the windows of coffee shops because it's such a small town. So I loved living there. I just couldn't stay there. Look at that little nose. Yeah. Big eyes, little nose.
Let's see. These are pretty much the main brushes that I use. It's 2 different medium sizes, a small point and a big broad
The
one.
big fatty. Yeah, and I see you have little, you said you liked those magical blubber things, and there's gonna be tiny fish in them, so I'm looking forward to how you're gonna even do that.
That's what I'm gonna start on too.
So I'd like to say today is sponsored by Pocky. I am eating Pocky. It is the best snack for video games because it doesn't get on your hands, and also it's good because it's easy.
It's really delicious.
Is this dog one of your existing characters?
No. I just like drawing golden retrievers a lot. They're a fun shape. I saw 2 on the way here to work.
What?
Yeah, this guy walks by his 2 golden retrievers every day.
I think I've seen him, like real early in the morning.
Yeah, and they're like a really rustic golden red. They're so pretty. They're so cute.
A rustic golden red.
I know.
Didn't even know that was a...
Well, they come in a lot of shapes, so golden retrievers can be like a pale gold, and then they're more towards the red side, like that chair over there.
I've seen like nubbins on the top of their head. You know, a lot of golden retrievers with like a nubbin.
Like an indent?
Yeah, like a boom, like a nub on the top of their head.
So
is that characteristic of most golden retrievers?
I don't know. It's probably their head shape, their skull shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such a weird nubbin.
Yeah. I don't want to sound like a dog snob.
That's okay. You can curse, you can be a dog snob, whatever you want on the channel.
I have yet to curse.
So your webcomic just had a new post yesterday then?
Today.
Today? I thought you said it comes out Mondays.
Today's Monday.
Holy shit, it's Monday today. Oh my god. Thought it was Tuesday, damn it.
Nope. It's because you usually do the creative takeovers on Tuesday.
That's why, yeah.
Yeah, I thought about doing it on Tuesday, but I'm gonna drive home tomorrow, hopefully. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little bummed now that it's only Monday.
Sorry.
How dare you? How do you know when you're done with, like, coloring? How do you even... Is it just a feeling you have?
It is. That's cool. Sorry, I just saw the question.
You're seeing things move. It's weird.
Yeah.
Nothing's moving.
It's probably why I think I'm haunted. No joke. Insomnia late at nights. I see a figure standing there. I'm like, all right. Cool.
Hey, dude.
Just don't touch me.
Yeah.
We're okay.
No touchy.
Yeah.
Oh, so right now you're going over the yellow. Oh, because it's water and you want the yellow to go through it a little bit?
Yeah.
I'm learning.
I made a mistake actually here. I should have done this mushroom sprout go through, but I didn't. So now this is just gonna be water. I could still do it.
Up to you. It's your art piece.
I swear to God, if I go downstairs and Joe is still at work.
Joe, if you're still at work, send us a message.
Hope he left.
Well, luckily he doesn't live that far. He lives close to Mike.
I don't know where Mike lives. I don't think Mike wants me to know where he lives.
It's possible.
Yeah, then I'd be fired.
Fired? No, you wouldn't be fired.
He'd just be really annoyed.
I know where you live now. So do you think you'll make a story with this dog now that, since you love making stories?
No, this one's a standalone.
Alright.
Yeah, sometimes I do actually want to do just standalone things. I planned some out in last year when I was taking a class in math and I was bored, so I'd doodle.
Yeah, math, who needs it?
Yeah, I mean, I was just kind of good at it, so I didn't have to study that much or pay attention. So I would doodle. Not to be a snob. Sorry.
Nobody cares. If you're good at math, say it loud and proud, because that's not me.
So, yeah, so I would just doodle, and there's like this doodle of just whales in space that I've been wanting to draw and paint, but I never have time. Or if I do, I forget about it, and I'll just do something else, and then I'll come back, and I'm like, oh yeah, I wanted to do that. I wish I had time.
Aw. Yeah, whales in space sounds super good to me.
Galaxy whales.
Can you do that now?
Just put one
Turn
there.
the page. Give me the galaxy whales.
No.
So do you have other group of friends with that you draw and paint with?
Kind of. We've gotten, I was kind of friends with everyone that I graduated with in my animation class at Woodbury. but we're all spread out now.
Mm-hmm.
Some people don't have transportation means or as easily as I do. Some are super busy because now it's with their work. And some don't respond till a bit later.
Yeah.
Or I'm super busy or our schedules just don't match.
That's why I really like Twitch, because I have an opportunity to connect with some of my other friends. Like when I play video games on Thursdays, which I don't stream my Thursday games anymore because I feel like I just want it for me. So it's me, my brother, and two of my friends, and we get together every Thursday except this one because obviously it's Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're still seeing your brother.
Yeah, he lives 6 minutes away, but I talk to him more on Discord and Twitch than like on text or anything else.
I talk to my brother more on Snapchat then.
Oh, I stopped using Snapchat.
Oh.
That's still popular.
No, apparently it's dead, but I'm an anti-hipster in which I do everything as it's dying.
Yes. You start it up as you're dying.
As it's dying, not as I'm dying.
We are dying each day, each moment. Not to get all dark, but we are.
Yeah. Yeah. No, my brother, I send him the Snapchat and he'll recreate it. So if I'm like, hey, I'm painting, he'll come back and send me a Snapchat of him with like chopsticks, like, I'm eating.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right.
So how many siblings do you have?
One.
Oh, is he older or younger?
He's younger, 4 years
same
younger.
With me.
Yeah, but we apparently look like twins.
Oh.
That's what I've been told.
You said 3 years younger?
4.
4, okay.
So there's no way he can be my twin.
Or you just look amazingly young.
I've been told.
How old are you? 70, 80, 75?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enough for Social Security.
Grandma Nico.
So this is one of the finer brushes.
So you use your finer brush later on after you do the bigger shapes?
For detail.
Oh, look at that! The first bit of detail! It's happening.
I guess the way that I choose my colors is whatever I've laid out there. If I finish something and I'll look at it, I'm like, that's a good color to use again.
Oh, forgot about that color. Let me bring it back. Wait a minute, you're left-handed? What? How did I only notice this now?
That's fine.
Okay, stop joking around and use your right hand.
I kind of want to now.
No.
Yeah. No, let me try. Okay.
You look funny. It's like, oh god.
Like a kindergartner learned how to hold.
So how come you're using your notebook with the spiral on the left side?
I don't usually. This one's bigger. I have more space. The other ones, I usually
have them around.
flip it.
Do you ever do them upside down?
Absolutely.
Yes?
Wait, no, like as if this was drawn like this?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay. I'm
no.
like, whoa.
No. That's really hard to do.
Would you mind scooting it up a little? For the peoples.
For the people.
They want to see it. Awesome. Sometimes when I do graphic design, a logo or something, I'll print it out and then I'll throw it on the ground. And then I'll see how it lands on the ground. Like sometimes it's upside down, sometimes it's sideways, and I'll walk around it. And that forces my eyes to see it in a different way. And I'm able to pick out things that I maybe didn't realize because I was very comfortable drawing it in the perspective that it was in.
Yeah, I've thought about flipping my art because I've been told, like, you know, it helps you see it in a different light, but that's scary.
Yeah. Yeah, I like to walk around it, kind of like the Spanish hat dance, you know, and just kind of like look at it all
I've
around.
never seen that. Can you do that?
The cameras aren't in the proper area
All right.
for me to...
Can I see it?
Tomorrow I'll show you. I'll print something out.
Okay.
But yeah, it helps me kind of get out of my head, I guess, in a way.
Yeah, I've been thinking, animation-wise, about doing that with my animations, like just flipping them in whatever video editor I'm using.
Yeah.
So maybe I will catch more mistakes.
Interesting. Now you're doing textural dots?
Yeah. Ruin it.
Shroomies. There's something just so cute about shrooms.
Yeah, it's because they're round.
Oh, okay.
Inviting.
They're also cloud-like in a way. Shroom clouds. Mushroom clouds, I guess that is where that comes from. Do you, when you go out and draw, do you ever do particular studies? Like, I'm going to work on light and shadow, or I'm going to work on figures, or...
I do more so... Yeah, recently I went with my friend to the zoo, and we did foliage studies because plants are... There are so many types of plants that I don't know about. Many plants that... You know, instead of drawing the same bush, or now I've added more plants into my visual library to call upon, and I've taken pictures.
Yeah.
So that helps.
When I saw like some short documentary clips from the movie Coraline, which is stop motion animation, and it was Box Trolls. And they showed some behind the scenes, and they said there were like over 100 different types of plants that they created for the movie Box Trolls.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm like, awesome.
And that's weird because I remember Box Trolls as a suburban.
I know.
Stop motion. If anything, Kubo would have been.
That probably had a lot more then. Because there were plants in the cracks of things. There were plants various areas, I guess, so they had to create different plants for those little areas that it popped through. Do you do sculpture at all?
I don't. I wish I did. I tried one time to make little figures, but because I always aim for perfection, whenever I try something new, I did not get very far.
When I was at Designer Con over the weekend, I saw a magnificent sculpture. It was a ghost that was maybe 4 inches high, but it had the most glorious butt I've ever seen. It was
Is that the sticker?
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, I bought a sculpt of it. And I was talking to the woman who was probably around your age, and I saw her booth, and I said, oh, tell me, a bit about this. And she's like, actually, this is the first sculpt I've ever done, and I usually just do 2D drawings, because I saw a lot of 2D drawings there. And I'm like, you have to continue. You have to keep sculpting, because this is phenomenal.
Yeah, I hope she does.
Yeah.
I really love that ghost.
Yeah. So cute, that booty. It's just, ghosts, we just think of them as flat sheets, but there's some booty behind these ghosts.
It's really cute.
Well, looky. That's super coming to life. Yeah, the shapes are really coming through with that tiny brush.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I know, I do this all the time.
Well, I check my values kind of. I step back to make sure everything can read.
I blur my eyes.
Oh, I have bad vision, so I just need to take my glasses off.
So are you nearsighted or farsighted?
So to see it, I don't know. To see it, I have to be this close.
Whoa! So you're farsighted. Hopefully. Or you're no-sighted.
No-sighted. I'm a bat. If I wasn't talking, I wouldn't know where it was. Sonic rays.
Sonic rays! Is there a particular type of brush company that you have found is better than others?
No. I don't play around. I know, I've just, like, these were gifted to me. A lot of the things I use are gifts.
Oh, great.
I know. So,
people believe in you.
I know. Yeah. People are nice.
With my Twitch stream, a few items were actually given to me, like my microphone, and my brother usually helps me with my Twitch stream. He usually checks in and he's like, turn the volume up, or, you know.
And your cup.
What?
And your cup.
My cup?
Your Lindsay cup.
Oh, I know. Now I have my cup. Thank you, Janelle, for helping me have my own branded whiskey glasses. Maybe I'll have some tonight. Why not? I mean, I thought it was Tuesday, so I kind of need a drink now. It now being only Monday, I'm a little disappointed. So what is the class that you're taking that's usually on Tuesdays?
It's Animation Mentor, Advanced Body Mechanics.
Whoa.
So it's not that whoa. It's difficult, yes, but it's like we're all suffering together.
Yeah, Genobi 21. Woo woo!
Since I keep seeing that question from Chanel, is the dog one of your existing characters? Mm-hmm. I actually thought about doing one of the existing characters, but I didn't want to do something that was so specific to people that might tune in and not read it. Yeah.
Well, if it's still a cool character, like the two witches that are behind you, I like them.
I need to just focus on developing one thing. I like developing things.
I hear you, girl.
It's fun.
Yeah, I feel like my Twitch will never be, like, streamlined, you know? Because, like, I'm always changing and figuring new things out, and, you know, I have 3 shows that I like, that I do. One is this one, Creator Takeover, which is great because I don't do much work. It's you guys who are actually doing the work. I'm just talking. We're just hanging out, really. And then I've got my other show, which is a player versus player show, which is Feud for Thought. But I'm having an issue with one of my controllers, so until I figure that out, it's on pause. Yeah. I just need time to sit down and mess with
Figure it out.
Yeah.
Good thing you have this long weekend.
Yeah. And then I have my solo show, which is Ready Player Lens, where I just play games. But also, if someone wants to co-op with me, it would be under Ready Player Lens. So, yeah.
I wish I played more multiplayer games, but I didn't. You know when platforms started to choose, let's say, like, oh, you can only play multiplayer if you pay for our online subscription. I was like, nope, I'm good with single player. Like, I like playing by myself. I'm okay. I don't have to wait for someone to get online or anything.
So you recently let us know that when you watercolor, you like to lay on the floor and watercolor. Do you also play video games on the floor as well?
Sometimes.
Do you eat dinner on the floor also?
Oh, I wish.
Do you sleep on the floor?
I can.
Yeah. Is there something I'm not understanding about the floor that I need to try?
It's really nice for your back. Have you laid on the floor?
It's been a while.
Lindsay.
I should lay on
On the
the
floor.
wooden floor of my apartment. I'll give it a shot tonight with my whiskey. I'll have my whiskey, lay on the floor, and attempt.
It sounds like you're just gonna get drunk and pass out.
It's very possible, especially since my bedtime is 10 p.m., so it'll be a quick drink and pass out. So I was laying on the floor when I hang out with my bunny. You know, I was laying on the floor
So
on
you lay
Sunday.
out for that?
Yeah, I'll do that. And so I was laying on the floor Sunday because I went to a designer con on Saturday, and my back was kind of hurting. And my bunny started grooming my hair, but I have really long hair, so it was so funny seeing him try to lick my hair, like all how long it is, and I'm like, he's being such a cutie, but
How long have you had your bunny?
I think I've had him maybe 4 years, but he's probably about 7 now.
Oh, so you adopted him?
Yeah, I adopted him from a no-kill bunny shelter.
Oh, okay. Ooh.
Yeah, they had me like fill out all this paperwork, like what's the situation I live in? Do I have roommates? Are there other pets?
Yeah, I think adoption centers do that, which is pretty good.
Yeah,
just
even
to make
for
sure
their bunnies.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, what personality do you have? What job do you have? How long do you stay at home? And they matched me with Max.
Oh.
And originally I saw this one beautiful bunny on their website that needed adoption. Her name was Jane, I think. And beautiful, almost looked like what a calico cat is with the different colors.
Long hair?
Short hair.
Oh. Okay.
And short hair calico with the orange and the browns and whites. So beautiful. So I said I wanted to meet that bunny, and then they said, okay, and we also want you to meet Max. So I went and had kind of like a date, like with each bunny, and I sat and hung out with them, and Max was such a little love bun, like really like putting his paws on my knees and eating the hay out of my hands. He was a little Valentine. He was like totally made me swoon. And
Jane, on the other hand.
Well, Jane, yes, Jane was a little more nervous of a bunny. But I was living with my roommate at the time, and I told my roommate, I want a bunny. I'm going to see them because she had a cat. So I'm like, well, I want a bunny, and she's like, ugh, fine, like begrudgingly in a way. But I saw Max. I came back home. I told her I'm getting him. It's like, okay. And then she ended up really loving him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it all worked out. I think a lot of people have a negative connotation to bunnies. Like, I don't know what it is, but
really, that's weird. I mean, I always see people like, ah, bunny. But I've probably like, oh, the bunnies. They probably poop a lot.
Yeah.
I think that's be the only negative that I can see.
Well, my bunny's litter box trained, so I mean, he poops as much as any other animal. Bye, Chanel. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Bye.
Ciao. Yeah, and so he's litter box trained. He doesn't chew my furniture, and he's very quiet.
I didn't even think about the furniture chewing.
Yeah, I let him run around my apartment. Bye. Yeah, I love that little bun. So for people who go on Discord, there's a link in under my welcome banner on my Twitch. There's probably a link somewhere in my YouTube too, but you should check out my Discord because it's run by my bunny. So it's from his perspective. It's photos that he took.
How does he take them?
Well, it's me.
Okay.
You know it's me. Sorry, guys. It is me pretending to be my bunny, but it's really funny.
Lindsay, like, you had me.
But it's funny because I have him calling me human. It's like, human was too lazy to post today, or like, it's just kind of funny. Oh. So you guys have to check out the Discord. Don't have to join it, but it is a community for people who want to join, but it's just really funny because it's run by quote-unquote Max.
So feel like that's what people with their pets' Instagrams do.
Yeah. Silly human. Like when I did the glass etching with Janelle recently, I took a video of Max eating out of the whiskey glass. I put treats in it. And I took a video of that, and he basically says, "Silly human, this isn't big enough for a bowl. Why did you give this to me?"
Oh,
I picture his voice like that.
I can tell.
I also picture him like cursing, like, "What the fluff?"
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so I picture him as like potty mouth sailor bun.
In bun cursive.
Yeah, but like adorable curses, yes.
That's cute.
So do you ever show your painting like speed paint? You know, like you film it and you show a fast thing, or I don't know what I'm trying to say, but you get it right.
Do I ever speed paint?
Yeah, or yeah, do that
No,
thing.
not really.
No?
No. Because I don't really get the time a lot to just sit down and paint. So it's usually done over a few days. I know you can edit them all together. I just don't have that kind of software or camera or whatever you need.
Well, for those of you who don't see this, I'm using my tablet as the top left video. That's the frontal one. And then I have a webcam that I use at my full-time job that I just brought in to use for the overhead. So the camera is resting on a tripod with Velcro. So I Velcroed the webcam that's above. And then the other webcam that was at the couch, earlier in the stream we were just chatting on the couch, and that one is just connected to the light. It's just hanging on by some wires, so it's pretty ghetto what I'm using. The most expensive thing besides my computer that I'm using to record this stuff is my microphone, which I got as a gift. So, yay!
Maybe you'll get some stuff for Hanukkah.
My parents don't really understand the Twitch stuff, but my brother does. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Well, can't he like suggest stuff for them to get?
Yeah, maybe. We shall see. What I really want is, so you know how I've been having issues like pushing buttons to switch screens and stuff. There's a device for that, but it's $150.
Oh.
But it's 15 buttons, so I can program everything.
To be a shortcut.
Yeah, everything to be a shortcut. So I do have a tip jar on my thing for anyone who wants to help me run the channel better. They can donate through PayPal. But it's obviously not required in any way. I'm getting by as is. But eventually I would like to be able to run it more streamlined, and that's the next thing. But there's always stuff, you know, like there's always something. Something new that comes out, or oh, so delicate. Love those little blubbers, water blubbers. So amazing how just like there's no black in there, but the shapes and things are really popping.
Good. I used to not care about shape.
If your teacher heard you, ooh.
Which one?
any teacher.
No, but you find shapes in everything. In design, in illustration, in animation as well. It's all about designing your poses, designing your movement. Design really is important. Stories just like design just helps story.
Yeah, when I was in art school, I was doing a project in typography, and I was each person had to pick a typographer, the person who, you know, a graphic designer who does typography, and do a little poster and fake art show on him. So you have to make the ticket, the catalog, the poster, etc.
Oh, okay.
And so I picked Wim Crowell, who's a very famous typographer, graphic designer, and he did a lot of stuff with the grid. He would hide letters with using the grid, you know, cut off certain parts of the letter using the grid. And I realized one day in Boston while I was taking the train, I saw a lot of negative and positive shapes, like with the stairs and things like that. And I'm like, wow, typography is really just negative and positive shapes. And it's all like little bits of architecture. So these little letters, the alphabet, these are little buildings. These are architectural little buildings. And so I sort of based my Wim Crowell project with the theory of him using the grid as kind of architectural little buildings as typography.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and so I never looked at typography the same way again.
It's something that just makes you, you know, a flip.
Yeah.
In your brain goes off.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, we never know when we quote unquote level up, you know?
Yeah.
But something will happen and you'll be like, what the hell? I noticed something totally different now, even though I've been doing this the same way the whole time. Something new comes into the brain that you said it right. Your brain flips a switch.
Yeah, or sometimes just repeating it over and over, you start to see it better. And then you're like, oh, I understand now.
Ooh, my brain. I dig this song.
What do you put on to get this?
Oh, this is YouTube license-free music.
Okay.
I selected them. I went through all the electronic stuff because I didn't want words, you know, because we'll be doing enough words.
Yeah, you want to compete. Yeah, usually I let YouTube like let it do its thing and just play autoplay. So I've just been getting the same songs, and I like them. Yes, they're cool. They're mixes, but I want new stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've been mostly on Apple Music. There's a station that Apple Music puts for me, and it changes it like once a week, and it picks more music they think I would like.
Based off what you like already.
Yeah. Some I'm like, no, what were you thinking, Apple? But yeah, I ended up really liking some of the YouTube stuff. This free music.
Yeah, sure.
So the comic that's supposed to go out today, you already posted it?
Oh yeah, it's out.
Okay.
Both comics updated today.
Nice.
Yeah, one at 9 in the morning and one at 12 at noon.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you do the watercolor one at noon? The watercolor?
Yes. Yeah, that one's always at noon. I always scheduled it.
So how do you schedule your comics to be put up? You remember and you post, or you have a thing that does it?
Yeah, so I'm on both Tapas and Webtoons. Tapas is a lot easier to work with. It actually notifies me when people comment and like stuff. So I'll always try to comment back unless I'm kind of speechless. I'm like, it's just too good of a comment. I don't know what else I can add.
You should comment back with that. Your comment's too good.
Yeah. And versus Webtoons. Webtoons doesn't let you know at all, so you have to check it yourself. And that is hard especially when you start to build up a lot of strips or something, pages. So yeah, so I do Tapas. Tapas lets you schedule it. Webtoons, you actually have to log in and hit publish. So that's a little bit difficult. That's why my second one, the Memory Leica, is in the morning, because I'm usually up in the morning before I go to work, and I can go on the computer and hit publish, and then I'm off. Noon, I decided, because I was like, you know, if kids are reading this, if any chance kids are reading it, they can read it at lunch break.
Yeah.
Or if they're on the East Coast, they can read it after school. And hopefully it's something that they can look forward to and like keep them going. Like, yeah, I relate to this character. Yeah, you know, I don't know. I just hope that if I can affect like one person and make them feel a little bit better just by reading it, I've done my job.
Well, I feel a little better.
Oh, okay.
You affected me, Nicole.
Oh, thanks.
The tiny little puppy feet. Oh.
Paws are my favorite. I wish I was a little bit better at them.
They look adorable. So what do you think's going on in his mind? Like, why are these mushrooms so big? Or what is going on with this water?
Oh, mushrooms are probably like, pee on this one, pee on that one. Goldfish, though, they're like, what's this? What's this? This tiny little thing.
Like a golden retriever does.
Yeah. I think I know what I want to do to finish it up. I just want to darken some stuff real quick.
Yeah, whatever. You're the artist.
Yeah.
I'm learning.
Yeah, so usually like right now, my water is really dirty. Usually I go and dump it out and get more, because it can...
I have a cup you can dump it out in and put new water.
Oh, I could.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because it helps keep the colors kind of pure. Otherwise,
you can dump it in here, and this is water if you want me to pour you water.
I have this whole water bottle.
Oh, whatever you want to do. It's up to you. Note to self, change disgusting dirty water.
Yeah, it's just, it can muddy up your colors, so you don't want that. You don't want kind of black mixing with your yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you want your clean water to clean your brushes, so that you are not crossing colors that you don't want to.
So it's not a so it stays a golden retriever.
Yeah, not like an Irish setter or something.
Or a muddy retriever.
Yeah. Oh, for the longest time, I didn't mix my colors. So I was like, oh, I can only use green. That's it. But now I like making teal.
Oh.
This is too strong, so you dilute it with water.
I'm glad to know that, like, if you think there's a mistake, you can still fix it with more water.
Yeah, and then, like you were saying earlier, people do use markers to go over it. Gouache is a little thicker. I have not played with gouache though, so I can't say much about it.
I've only used gouache as a base for acrylic.
For base? Oh, that's
so like
weird.
I'll do
mixing
texture.
Those two?
Well, I don't mix them. I wait for the gouache to dry.
Well, yeah.
And then I make a texture. I build a texture basically with gouache, and then I let that dry, and then I'll paint on top with acrylic so that you see textural things underneath. Yeah, I guess there's a lot of different ways to use things.
Yeah, I know people use watercoloring gouache together because watercolor is usually very faint, but I layer my stuff. and then they kind of darken it with gouache. I've never used it. I do want to use it at some point.
I think I just recently got rid of some gouache. Damn, I wish I knew.
It's okay. Right now is not the time.
Yeah, you're busy. You're taking a hiatus soon, so.
Yeah. I had to. There have been a couple of times where I've had to take I forced myself to take a hiatus. And I really don't like doing that because when I was younger, reading webcomics, I didn't like when it would suddenly not be on schedule.
Yeah,
like
totally.
I like knowing when it's gonna be on schedule, when it's gonna come back. To update regularly is very important to me.
And I say that about people streaming on Twitch too. I don't really have a set schedule, but I do put a schedule out when I know I'm going to be doing something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do like if I'm reading a story to know that it's coming out.
That it's consistent, yeah. Like, I feel so bad. So I forgot I was updating my comic on Smack Jeeves, which was
That's a silly name.
it's the site where I actually started reading webcomics. And I completely forgot about it. I found Tapas and I put my stuff on there. It was so much simpler, so much easier. And then someone found my comic on Tapas and they're like, I was waiting for this to update on Smack Jeeves. I'm so glad that it's continued. And I found it. And I'm like, oh my god, I forgot about it. And I still kind of dread to go back. I want to update it or to let people know, hey, it's been moved over here.
Saying it's continued over here. Sorry, guys.
So sorry.
I did that to Google Plus. I was using Google Plus for a while. I know everyone tried using Google Plus, and then I ended up making a post just going, "It was nice, Google Plus. I'll be on Instagram," and I put my Instagram handle.
That's good. At least you had a departure.
Yep. Yeah, recently there's on Tumblr there's this company that I've been following so long. It's called Clients from Hell.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Recently they just put out that they're no longer gonna be posting on Tumblr. So I'm like, aw. They've been around so long, but yeah, Clients from Hell are very funny.
What did they give a reason?
I think they were mentioning a few of the glitches that Tumblr was having, and they didn't want to deal with it anymore.
Yeah, I heard Tumblr's stopped linking stuff now.
Ooh, that's
so
spooky.
They originally wouldn't let people link to go to other sites, or that's what they're doing now. And people are really mad because it hurts independent artists with stores.
Yeah.
And other social media sites.
I mean, Instagram sort of does that where they don't link. Only the link in your profile page is the only thing that you can use as a link, so you only get one. I kind of hate that. I wish Instagram would link out. But then there's Facebook. Why not just use it?
Because I don't want to friend everyone.
Yeah.
I don't go on Facebook.
My Facebook for me is private, but my graphic design one is public. So we're private friends. Yay!
Oh, I gotta link this to Facebook as well.
Link what to Facebook?
This stream.
Oh yeah, totally.
Hey family.
Hey, I did a thing. Can you give me a headshot, please? Can you give me a headshot?
For what?
For my thumbnail.
Oh yeah. Wait. I thought about doing it, but I got really busy today.
Oh yeah, no problem. Yeah, I have a temp one that I grabbed from your Facebook. You looked great. You're in a white dress, but I didn't know if you wanted to be that formal in your thumbnail image.
No.
I'm like, I've never seen her in actually, I don't think I've seen you in white.
Really? Wait, I do wear white sometimes. I wear a white t-shirt with an anime character on it.
But do you usually wear also a shirt on top too?
I wear a jacket.
Yeah. See, I haven't seen just the white.
Well, that's not fair, Lindsay. It's winter. It's cold.
But it's California, Nico.
I'm a lizard, though. I grew up in the desert where it was 120 all the time.
Damn, that's hot.
Yeah, people here are like, it's 85, it's too hot. Mm-mm. Yeah, this is done.
Woo! Check it out.
Oh, that's it.
Put that shiz in the camera. Oh yeah. That is beautiful. So let's go over to the thingy over here. So let's see who has subscribed, who's watching.
I think it's just Chanel.
Let's see. Let's roll them die. That's that. Alright. Well, if anyone wants to follow, there's a chance to win this as a print signed by the artist. I'll give you 1 minute. Otherwise, we're gonna save it and we'll do it for another time because I'm going to force her to be on my show again. So
I'll plan stuff more.
Plan stuff more. I know, life is hard.
Better.
Life is busy. But okay, I guess we're gonna save this print for next time, or we'll do a different one next time. Up to you. But thank you for doing this live on my show. I super appreciate it, and it was such a learning process for me to even see how this is done, and especially with such a small kit. Like, really, that's it. You can take that anywhere, which is really good for me to know as well. Because, you know, you think of certain things, you're like, oh, I need to buy this, I need to buy that, and really it's just paper and the watercolors, a few brushes. You only have like 5 brushes there.
Yeah. Almost 6.
Almost 6. Sorry, I'm sitting a little farther.
It's okay. Yeah, I don't really use these ones, and I don't use this one that much anymore. It's actually a brush where you fill in the water in this tube, and you squeeze it and paint. And then
why don't you use it?
I don't know. It became easier to just clean it and a lot faster. My hand would hurt after squeezing it for so much.
Too much squeeze. That's fine, that's fine.
Yeah.
No, pick me. Is it, maybe I need to refresh the page. Let's give this a shot. Over here, roll them die. Huh, it says there's no eligible. I know that you have followed and you watched the whole stream. What the hell?
Wow.
Is this not,
I'm impressed, you know.
Come on, giveaway. Well, you know what? I know Genobi21 has followed the stream. We're gonna call you the winner, Genobi21. You have won. Thank you so much for watching basically the whole freaking stream, asking some amazing questions, joking around with us. So Genobi21 is the winner. I'm gonna have to look into why this is not rolling the dice properly. But
Genobi.
She will have the print. We will make you a print.
I'll sign it for you.
Yeah. Genobi, the force is with you.
Yeah. See you tomorrow. Thanks for just fixing the chair.
Alright, is there anything else you want to sign off on or tell people one more time your website or?
You can just follow me on Tapas. Lindsay has the website up there, right?
Yeah, it's cycling through on the banner, which is tapas.io. Oh yeah, there it is. tapas.io/Janelle Jarquin. Damn it! I keep saying Jarquin.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm used to it.
Jarquin?
Hi,
Queen?
Yeah, but, you know, hearing it, you won't know how to spell it. Jarquin is like Jar.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so it's cool that I call it Jarquin. We're good. Alright, you guys, we're signing off. Genobi21, congratulations. Tomorrow we will give you that print. I'll let Nicole go home, and I'm going home to my bunny. So once again, thank you, and